When your cat stretches the second they notice you, have you ever stopped to think about what that actually means? At first glance, it seems simple. It looks like they're just loosening their muscles after resting. But behind that small movement is something most cat owners completely miss. It's actually one of the most personal signals a cat can give. And when it goes unnoticed, which happens more often than you might think, your cat may be trying to connect with you in the only way they know how. So let's take a closer look at what that stretch really represents. 1. It's not really about stretching their muscles. Here's something most people never question. If your cat were simply stretching because their body felt stiff, why does it happen so often the moment you walk into the room? Why not 5 minutes earlier when you weren't around? The reason is simple. That stretch isn't about their muscles at all. It's about you. Animal behavior researchers often describe this as a social stretch. It's a behavior triggered by the presence of a specific person. Your cat notices you, and something in their brain decides that this is the moment. That timing isn't random. It's communication. And it becomes even more interesting when you realize that cats don't perform this behavior for everyone. If your cat stretches more often when you appear than when other people walk into the room, that's not coincidence. It's preference. In their quiet, wordless language, your cat is telling you that you matter to them. Most people see the stretch, smile, and move on. But once you understand what it might mean, you start to see it differently. It's your cat reaching out. And if you're thinking, my cat never does that, don't worry yet. There's a reason for that too, and we'll talk about it later. 2. Cats developed this behavior for humans. You might wonder if wild cats behave the same way. Interestingly, they don't. In the wild, this type of social stretch doesn't really exist. Wild cats never needed it. They didn't evolve alongside humans in homes and living rooms. But thousands of years ago, when cats began living close to people, something began to change. They started developing new ways to communicate with us. For example, adult cats meowing frequently is mostly directed at humans. In nature, adult cats rarely meow to each other. Slow blinking is another signal many experts believe cats use to show trust toward people. And stretching when they see you may be part of that same system. Researchers studying domestic cat behavior have found that cats often develop unique signals meant specifically for interacting with humans. So when your cat stretches in front of you, it might not just be instinct. It could be a behavior shaped over generations of living with people. And that actually makes the moment more meaningful. By the way, if you're discovering something new about your cat right now, make sure to like the video and subscribe. It helps other cat lovers understand their pets better too. 3. Their paws may also be marking territory. There's another detail many people never realize. Cats have scent glands in several parts of their bodies, including between their paw pads. When a cat stretches and presses their paws into a surface, those glands can release tiny chemical signals called pheromones. Humans can't smell them, but other cats can. So when your cat stretches next to you, on your bed, your couch, or even at your feet, they might also be leaving behind a subtle scent mark. It's not aggressive or territorial in a negative way. Instead, it's more like labeling something as safe and familiar. In a cat's world, scent is a way of saying, this place belongs to me and the things I trust. And if they're marking the space around you, it suggests you're part of that safe territory. It's their way of claiming you as part of their inner circle. 4. Cats choose their favorite people carefully. Have you ever noticed your cat stretches when they see you, but barely reacts when someone else enters the room? That's not random. Cats are surprisingly selective about their relationships. Studies observing cats in multi-person households have found that they often form stronger bonds with certain individuals. The people they prefer tend to receive more attention, more eye contact, and more social behaviors. That includes stretching. So if your cat ignores someone else but immediately stretches when you sit down, it could simply mean you've earned a special place in their world. You're their chosen person. Of course, if your cat seems to favor someone else, it doesn't mean they dislike you. Cats often take time to build trust. Consistency, calm behavior, and patience usually strengthen that bond over time. 5. The stretch you see in the morning. Many cat owners experience another interesting version of this behavior. You wake up in the morning, open your eyes, and there's your cat nearby, stretching, almost as if they were waiting for you. Cats are what scientists call crepuscular, meaning they're most active at dawn and dusk. While you were asleep, your cat may have been awake for quite a while. They could have stretched at any moment, but instead they waited until you woke up. That suggests the stretch might also serve as a greeting, a kind of reset between you and them. In a way, it's the feline version of saying, "Good morning. We're starting the day together." Some behavior experts also believe this moment shows trust. During the night, cats often stay alert while humans sleep. When morning arrives and they stretch beside you, it can be a sign they finally feel relaxed enough to release that tension. 6. Why they stretch right in your path. Sometimes cats choose the most inconvenient places to stretch. Right in the hallway, in the middle of the doorway, or directly in your walking path. First, it feels like bad timing. But cats are extremely aware of movement patterns in their home. They know where you walk, and they know where you'll notice them. By stretching right where you can't ignore them, they're practically guaranteeing that you stop and acknowledge them. From their perspective, it's a clever strategy. They get your attention without making a sound. And more often than not, it works. You pause. You look down. Maybe you speak to them or reach out to pet them. Mission accomplished. 7. What if your cat never stretches like this? Now let's talk about the other possibility. What if your cat doesn't stretch when they see you? If you've been listening to this and thinking, "Mine never does that," don't worry. Doesn't mean your cat dislikes you, but it might reveal something about their environment or past experiences. Cats who rarely stretch around people may not feel fully relaxed yet, or they may have learned that the behavior doesn't get a response. If a cat repeatedly stretches and their owner walks past without noticing, the cat may eventually stop using that signal. The good news is that it can change. Pay attention to small attempts your cat makes to interact with you. When they approach, stretch, blink slowly, or sit near you, acknowledge it. A gentle word, eye contact, or a soft pet can reinforce the connection. For cats that seem tense, the environment also matters. Loud noises, unpredictable routines, or stressful surroundings can make cats hold tension in their bodies. When they feel safe and comfortable, that relaxed stretch may appear naturally. Give it time. Stay calm and consistent. And you might start noticing those quiet signals your cat has been sending all along.